welcome back. It is my March favorites. I feel like I've skipped a few months with my favorites videos, but I have several products that I've been loving throughout this month, and some of them I'm wearing on my face right now, but actually one, I'm wearing the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia on my eyes, which I just pulled that out today. But that is such a good palette. I hadn't worn it in so long, but once I put it on today, I was like, I gotta pull this back out again. But I have a few eye products that I usually like to wear most of my favorites in my videos, but I'm not gonna lie, the last couple of months, I haven't been wearing makeup as religiously daily as I have been in the past. So I just have a few favorites that I've worn throughout the months consistently. I think I would say like the past 2 months pretty consistently when I am choosing to wear makeup. So since I have been wearing them so few and far between really when I'm wearing makeup, then I just decided to pull out the Modern Renaissance. Hence why I don't have a few of the eye products on my eyes today. Some of the other products, most of the other products I am wearing on the face, but I just wanted to make that disclaimer because I kind of hate it when I watch someone's video and they mention a favorite and they're not wearing it. I don't know why, because I just want to, I don't want to have to go somewhere else to see the product on them to get a reference. So I'm sorry, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Because usually I'm pretty good about wearing all my favorites when I'm filming a favorites video. Let's just go ahead and get to those favorites since I'm talking about them, the ones that I'm not wearing on my eyes. And it's these star powders. What are these called? Starlit powders from Makeup Forever. Now, I have 3 colors that I've been wearing pretty consistently. The 02, which I will swatch all of these. This is like a white color with a really yellow gold shift to it. So I love this with like a camel color in the crease. I've been wearing this all over the lid. It's a little bit too much of a yellow shift for me to put in the inner corner alone. If I am going to do that, I need to sort of like put that in the inner corner and then tap it with something a little bit more white to sort of bring light to it, because when I do that in the inner corner, it tends to have too much of the yellow shift and it makes my eyes look weird, like jaundice eyes or something. So anyways, but I love this one. Like I said, I will swatch these in a minute, but they're really, really fine, loose powders. I get them wet. As you can see, it like looks white right here, but you can see in the lid, there's like that yellowish cast to it. So I get these damp with a brush, apply them to my eyes damp, and they're just so beautiful. They are so finely milled that you just barely need a little bit. So this is that first one that I showed you, the number 2. As you can see, it has that really nice like golden shift to it, but it just is so fine that it applies really nicely on the eyes, and I don't feel like it like crinkles up and gives me any texture on my lid. The next one that I've been wearing a ton, I like to wear this one all over the lid again. It's so pretty. This is number 15, and this is like an iridescent pearl shade. This one is more of like this champagne pink shade. I really like this one. Like I said, all over the lid, and you can use it with either cool tone shades or warm like browns or bronzes, but both of these, oh, they're just so pretty for like a light all over the lid shade. So one that has a lot of interesting dimension is this one in 109. So this is like, I would say, a gold with a olive green shift to it. I love this one. It's very unique and beautiful, and I like this one in the fall as well, but coming into the summer, pairing it, it has a little bit more, like there's almost like purple type glitters in it as well, but it's just this really pretty golden shade. Definitely get it damp because the glitter particles are a little bit bigger than, like I said, these other two that are more finely milled. So this one, the glitter would tend to fall. These are more like shimmer, and this is like has a little bit more glitter. And this one is called the Starlit Diamond Powder, and that's probably why it's different. These are just the Starlit powders. So the diamond powder has like the little glittery flecks in it. So that one right there. And like I said, you can definitely tell the difference between the diamond, which is glittery, I would call it more of a topper, and the just regular starlit powders. I've just really, really loved these. I think they're just so beautiful. I've gotten a ton of wear out of them. Like I said, they're just simple for me to kind of put all over the lid and then a color in the crease. And that's just been the makeup that I've been going to. Even today, I just have one color all over my lid. And then I have just a black liner smoking out my upper lash line. Because I've just been going more simple and it's just easier for me. And I wore all matte today, but if I want a little bit of shimmer and something quick, I've been using those. Okay, so I've been going between several different foundations this past couple of months, but something that has stayed consistent, whether I'm trying a new foundation or not, I always use this Hollywood Flawless filter from Charlotte Tilbury. There's nothing to tell you negative about this. This is just such a beautiful product to me. It really makes your face glow from the inside out. It gives you that filter-like look on your skin. I cannot say enough good things about it. It just is so beautiful. They have several different colors, but I've been using the shade Fair just because I like to use it on my cheekbones and really down the center of my face prior to putting on foundation. So I will put that there, sort of dab that out, and then I will put my foundation on top of that. So let me just show you on this hand what this looks like. It has a doe foot applicator, and so I just brush it on, honestly, on the high points of my face with the doe foot applicator. And you could use this on top of your foundation, or like I said, I've been doing prior to your foundation, but it just gives your skin this beautiful illuminated look, and it just gives it like it has a filter on it. Just this glow from within, so that when you put the foundation on top, it's just this really beautiful glow. I love this so much, and like I said, they have fair, light. I have this shade, which I probably will transition to as well. This is 3 light medium. Like I said, in the more of these coming into the summer, I can use this if I start to get a little bit more of a tan. This just has a more skin-like finish, darker than the Fair, obviously, but there's one in between this as well. But it just gives this gorgeous illumination to the face. If you do not have these in your life, if you haven't tried it, I highly recommend this product. Like I said, I use it with every single foundation that I put on my face because I just think it adds something extra. A concealer that I've been consistently using is this one from Too Faced. This is the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I like these I use a darker shade for my contour sometimes, and then I use this shade in Almond. You can use these to conceal, correct, to sculpt your face, to highlight your face, to retouch anything. It's like it says, it's multi-use. I use it under the eyes, just like a couple of dots, but this color has been like such a great shade on me. Again, a nice doe foot applicator, but I find that it's just a really good consistency. It doesn't like crinkle and crease under my eyes. Just a little bit goes a long way, and it really gives that nice brightness and a really soft focus finish. So I've been loving this, and what I've been setting it with is this powder from Urban Decay. I come and go from this powder all the time. Sometimes I'll use loose powders, but I've really been gravitating towards this. So I will just get my beauty blender that's a little bit damp from pressing in my concealer, and I will rub it around in this. This is the Illuminizer Translucent Press Beauty Powder from Urban Decay. And obviously this is like very, very loved. It does come with a sponge, which I've never used, but I just like the beauty blender. I just run it around in here and press it under my eyes. It sets the makeup beautifully. I just love this because it adds that a little bit extra illumination. It doesn't make my under eyes look dull. So I love this, and it sets beautifully without giving me that like too cakey baked look. So if you haven't tried this for that, you can also, if you don't want to use it as a beauty blender, which gives them a little bit more concentrated, you can use it with like a nice soft, small, like fluffy brush under your eyes. However you typically would set your under eyes, you could use it for that way, but it's just a really nice under eye setting powder. To stick with that theme of glow, which I have just been really into, I have been using this from Persona Cosmetics. This is the Cali Glow highlighter, but it's in the shade Del Mar, which is more of a bronzy shade. Now, if you had a deeper complexion, this would be a gorgeous highlight shade on you, but for me, it is almost like a bronzer topper. It's a really pretty bronze shade, and if I just use this with like a stippling brush and go over my bronzer once I've contoured with my bronzer, I just kind of dust over everything to give this illumination to the cheeks, and I don't find it looks patchy or muddy or anything. It just gives this really nice bronzy illumination. So I've been loving that if you have fair skin. I know Ulta 21 Days of Beauty recently had these highlighters from Persona Cosmetics. The highlighter in Zuma is my absolute, which is what I'm wearing on my brow bone today. Not my brow bone, my cheekbones. That is my favorite highlighter of all time. It's just perfect, like the consistency of it. It's just so nice and just soft and silky, and I mean, it's just gorgeous. I love that highlighter. So if you haven't tried the Persona Cosmetics highlighters, I highly recommend them. But this shade in Del Mar, I've just been loving for if you have more of a fair complexion to use as like a bronzer topper. I have two real products that I've just been consistently using. I think I talked about these in my last video, the Pat McGrath Lip Lusts. I have just fallen in love with this formula. It's just beautiful. I just love it so much. They smell good, and I got this one in a pack of 3. Here's another shade that came in it. So this shade right here is called Divine Rose, and then this one is called Dare to Bear. But these are just, they're so beautiful, and they give like a shine to the lips and just this really nice dimension. The reason that I've loved this shade is because I've been wearing more of like a berry lip liner in the recent weeks and month, and then putting this on top, and it's just a really pretty easy wearable berryish pink color. It gives a little bit of color but not too much, and I love the shade. So that's what it looks like, and when I've worn it on my lips in a ton of recent videos. I think I wore it in my Assumptions video, so yeah, I'm not wearing it today, so that's another thing I'm not wearing on my lips today. But I am wearing one of these Lip Lusts to top off this other product. I'm wearing that in the Peach Perversion, which I think I talked about that one in one of my last videos, but that's what's on the center of my lips. So I love them. Highly recommend those glosses from Pat McGrath. And my last favorite is from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I wear this and get so many compliments, and people always asking me what I wear. I usually pair it with Charlotte Tilbury's iconic Nude lip liner, which is what I'm wearing today. And then this is Jeffree Star's liquid lipstick in Celebrity Skin. This is just my perfect mauve nude shade, and these just wear really well. I love this formula, and I particularly love this color. It's a little bit deeper of a nude shade, but it has that really nice mauviness to it. I like it matte, but I also like to wear it as a base and then top it with a lip gloss if I want to. But it's just such a pretty color, and every time I wear it, I'm always asked like, what's on your lips? So it's typically this Jeffree Star liquid lipstick in Celebrity Skin. I also love Can't Relate and Mannequin, but those are a lot more lighter of nudes. And then this one is just, I would say, the deepest of the 3 that I have. That I go between, and this is probably my most worn and my most favorite. Alright, that is it for my favorites this month. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you have a March favorite, please let me know in the description box below. I would love to hear some of the products that you've been loving throughout the month. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you all in the next video. Mwah.